Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Spartans will boot it away to start the game. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Northwestern's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Back to pass, it's Gray. Pressure's there and he lets it go. That pass is incomplete and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass rush is effective and they tackle him at the 19.
You get 5 sacks in a game the way this defense did last week, and it's going to make your offensive coordinator second-guess himself a little bit with respect to protections. I'm not sure how confident this offense is early in the game because they've already given up a sack.
So the Michigan State Spartans offense will take the field for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Spartans decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here's the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Looking to move it through the air. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. To the air, it's Gray. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
We're still early in this ballgame, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the 1st quarter, for goodness sakes.
Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. He wants to throw. Fires downfield. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Scanning the field, it's Childs. Fires on the move. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Forced out of the pocket. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Northwestern wants to go quickly. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football. This team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Looking for a gap, it's Alexander. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll keep it on the ground. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. And the Spartans are threatening in the red zone. They're going to run it. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
It's good. Easy call for the ref. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the out.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Oh, look out. There he goes. The 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to ULM. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the ground with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Finds his way for 3 after the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back to throw, it's Childs. He rifles one deep to the left. It's complete, a huge pickup. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Smarty.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Wants to throw. It's great. Pressure coming. Gets it to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Wildcats have this offense rolling.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D-line, Jarrell Worthy, Shalim Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
He's got it. They get him down after he makes the catch. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Firing to the right, complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. The official says no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Still on his feet at the 45. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. Hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll toss it to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take it the distance. This guy has skills like that.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Now the pitch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now. Keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Back to throw, it's Gray. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. He's looking to throw it. He looks that one in nicely.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him at the strike.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. They'll try to get it through the air. They're working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Gray. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Warren Moon, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on. Looking deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Off he goes. Touchdown, Michigan State. And once he found daylight, it was candy bar the door, baby.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Movement here from the tight end. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Spartan Stadium.
Northwestern about to boot it away to open the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the inside give. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Power football with the run. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, on offense, you're trying to catch him napping on 3rd and long. You try to run the football, but good job by the defense not being fooled and giving themselves an opportunity now to get the ball back.
Yeah, and you got to do a better job not getting in 3rd and long. Offense has to be better on 1st and 2nd down, so you're not forced in these 4th down situations where now you're in limbo of what you want to do.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man in the middle. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Northwestern right back to the line. Finds his target down the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Up-tempo for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Looking downfield, it's Gray. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to the air one more time. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Another 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins, guys, you start to really like the offense.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than this block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Fast motion from the offense. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Finds his man. It's Smith. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Johnson. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Smarty.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to ULM. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a man. It's Gray. Finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the run, fires downfield. The completion well past the sticks. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be knocked down. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Looking to pass. It's great. They're bringing heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that's good enough for a first down.
To the air on first down. Getting some heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Was to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Makes the catch and knocked down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He wants a big play here late. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face?